Hello, dear viewers. Today we are going to talk about an important and interesting topic, how older women can realize that a man is sexually attracted to them. It can be tricky, especially if you're not sure how you feel or how the other person feels. We're going to look at 7 key signs that can help you recognize his interest. Let's get started. First sign, attention to detail. When it comes to romantic relationships, attention to detail can be one of the clearest signs that a man is sexually attracted to you. For older women who may be unsure of how to recognize such signs, it's important to understand exactly what this attention means and how it manifests itself in a man's behavior. Let's take a closer look at this aspect. Remembering the little things, the first and most obvious sign of attention to detail is a man's ability to remember little things about you. If he remembers you mentioning your favorite book or movie, it shows that he's really listening to you and is interested in your life. For example, if you were once talking about liking a certain type of flower and he unexpectedly brings you a bouquet of those flowers, it's not just a gesture, it's a manifestation of his attentiveness and desire to make you feel good. Interest in your hobbies. When a man takes interest in your hobbies and pastimes, it can also be a sign of his attraction. If he asks questions about what you like to do in your free time, wants to know more about your interests, and even suggests activities for you to do together, it shows that he wants to spend time with you. For example, if you're into painting and he suggests you attend an exhibition or workshop, this not only shows his interest in you, but also his desire to create shared memories. Attention to your mood. Another important aspect of attention to detail is a man's ability to notice your mood. If he pays attention to how you're feeling, asks you about your day, and is genuinely interested in your experiences, it's a sign of caring and emotional intimacy. For example, if he notices that you look sad or tired, and offers to talk to you or just spend time together, it shows that he wants to support you and be there for you in times of need. Gifts and surprises. A man who feels attracted to you will often give you small gifts or surprises based on your preferences. It could be something simple, like your favorite treat or a book you've been meaning to read. Such gestures show that he is not just interested in you as a woman. He wants to make your life brighter and more enjoyable. Compliments about appearance. Pay attention to how he comments on your appearance. If a man compliments you not only on your style of dress or hairstyle, but also notices changes, like when you got a new haircut or changed your hair color, it shows that he's paying attention to you. He may say, "You look especially beautiful today," or "I like your new outfit." These words may seem simple, but they show his interest and desire to get your attention. Involvement in your affairs. If a man is actively involved in your life and supports you in your endeavors, whether it's working on a project or getting involved in family matters, it's also a sign of his attention. He may offer his help or support in things that are important to you. This shows that he wants to be a part of your life and shows concern for your well-being. Respect for your boundaries. It is important to note that attention to detail also shows respect for your boundaries. If a man understands your desires and does not try to violate them, it shows that he is serious. He may ask you what you are comfortable doing or discussing and respect your answers. This creates an atmosphere of trust and security, which is an important aspect of any relationship. So, attention to detail is one of the key signs that a man is sexually attracted to you. If you notice these signs in his behavior, remembering little things about you, taking an interest in your hobbies, caring about your mood, and respecting your boundaries, it could be a good sign. Don't be afraid to open up and reciprocate his attention. The key is to trust your feelings and intuition. Second sign, physical contact. Physical contact is one of the most obvious and significant indicators of sexual attraction. For older women who may be unsure of how to recognize these signs, it's important to understand that it's physical contact that can speak volumes about a man's feelings. In this section, we'll look at how different forms of physical contact can signal his interest in you. Light touching. The first sign is light touching. If a man touches you frequently during a conversation, whether it's a light touch on your arm or shoulder, it can be a sign that he's interested. These gestures may seem casual, but they are often intentional and indicate his desire to establish closer contact. For example, if he leans closer and touches your arm during a conversation, it may be a sign that he wants to create an intimate atmosphere. Hugs and friendly gestures. Hugs can be another important sign. If a man hugs you when meeting or saying goodbye, it may indicate that he wants to be closer to you. A hug that lasts a little longer than usual can also indicate his interest. For example, if he hugs you and is in no hurry to let go, it could mean that he enjoys your presence and wants to spend more time being intimate with you. playing with hair and other objects. Pay attention to how a man behaves around you. If he starts playing with your hair or other objects near you, it could be a sign of his attraction. These actions may not be conscious, but they show his desire to make a physical connection. For example, if he gently fixes your hair or touches your clothes, it may indicate that he wants to be closer to you. Leans and postures, body posture also matters. If a man leans towards you while talking or turns his whole body towards you, it shows his interest. Leaning can be both physical, when he's actually leaning, and emotional, when he's actively paying attention to what you're saying. For example, if he leans forward during a conversation, it shows that he wants to hear you better and is interested in what you are saying. Sexual innuendo in jokes. Sometimes physical contact can manifest itself through humor. If a man makes jokes about topics related to flirting or sexuality and uses physical contact, such as gently pushing you or laughing while putting his arm around your shoulders, it can be a sign of his attraction. Such jokes can be a way to lighten the atmosphere and create a more intimate setting. Protection and care. Physical contact can also manifest itself through protective gestures. If a man is trying to protect you from something, such as a strong wind or a crowd, he may put his arm around you or hold your hand. These actions show he cares and wants to be your protector. For example, if he offers you his hand when crossing the road or puts his arm around you in a moment of danger, this is a clear sign of his interest. Sustained eye contact. Although it's not exactly physical contact, sustained eye contact often accompanies and reinforces physical interaction. If a man looks into your eyes for a long time and with interest, it can indicate his attraction. Eye contact creates a sense of closeness and intimacy, and if it is complemented by physical contact, such as touching, it is a strong signal of his feelings. Physical contact is a powerful way to communicate emotions and signal sexual attraction. For older women, it's important to pay attention to signs such as light touching, hugs, body leaning, and steady eye contact. These moments can indicate that a man is not just interested in you as a person, but also has deeper feelings for you. The third sign, compliments. Compliments are one of the most common and visible ways to express interest and attraction. For older women who may be unsure of how to interpret what men say, it's important to realize that compliments can speak volumes. In this section, we will look at exactly how compliments can serve as indicators of sexual attraction and interest. Personal compliments. When a man gives you a compliment that relates to your personality or inner world, it can be a sign that he is interested in you as more than just a physical object. For example, if he says he admires your intelligence, sense of humor, or kindness, it may indicate that he sees something more in you and wants to make a deeper connection. Compliments like these show that a man appreciates you as a person and wants to get to know you better. Compliments about physical appearance. Physical compliments are a more obvious sign of attraction. If a man notes your beauty, style, or grooming, it can indicate his sexual interest. For example, if he says, "You look beautiful today," or "I like your style," it may indicate that he notices you as a woman and wants to get your attention. Pay attention to how he phrases his compliments. If they sound sincere, and you can feel the warmth in his voice, this is another sign that he is attracted to you. Compliments with a hint. Sometimes compliments can contain elements of flirtation or hints of a more intimate relationship. If a man compliments you in a lighthearted way, for example, by saying, "You look like you could be a model," or "You're so nice to spend time with, you're incredible," it can indicate that he wants to get closer. Such phrases can be used to create a more relaxed atmosphere and emphasize his interest in you. Frequency of compliments. Pay attention to the frequency of compliments. If a man makes them regularly and for no apparent reason, this is a good sign. For example, if he often says nice things to you even in normal situations, for example, during a dinner or a walk together, it can indicate his constant interest in you. Frequent compliments show that he is thinking about you and wants to emphasize your value in his life. Reactions to your responses. It is also important to pay attention to how a man reacts to your responses to his compliments. If you humbly thank him and he continues to keep the conversation going or gives you more compliments, it could be a sign that he wants to deepen your interaction. For example, if you say, "Thank you, I'm glad to hear that," and he responds, "I'm sincere, you're really special," it could signal that he's serious about his intentions. Compliments in context. The context of the situation also plays an important role. If a man compliments you in a romantic setting, for example, during a candlelit dinner or a moonlit walk, It may indicate that he wants to create an intimate atmosphere and nurture your relationship. In such cases, compliments become more than just words. They become part of the overall mood and strengthen the emotional connection between you, comparing you to others. If a man compares you to other women in a positive way, for example saying, "You're much more interesting than other girls," or "You make me feel special," this can also be a sign of his attraction. Such words show that he sees you as unique and wants to make you stand out among others. Compliments are a powerful tool for expressing interest and attraction. For older women, it's important to pay attention to the types of compliments, their frequency and context. Personal compliments show deep interest. Physical compliments show sexual attraction, and implied compliments can indicate a desire for intimacy. Pay attention to how a man reacts to your responses and how often he makes nice remarks to you. If you notice these signs in your interactions with a man, it can be a good sign that he has feelings for you and wants to develop your relationship further. Don't be afraid to open yourself up to new possibilities and enjoy moments of intimacy. Fourth sign, questions about your life. When a man shows interest in your life, it can be one of the clearest signals of his attraction. Questions about your past, hobbies, family, and dreams can indicate that he wants to get to know you more deeply and establish a closer connection. For older women who may be unsure how to interpret such questions, it's important to realize that this could be a sign of his sexual attraction. 1. Interest in your past. If a man asks questions about your past, where you grew up, what hobbies you had when you were younger, or what important events happened in your life, it may indicate that he wants to understand you as a person. For example, if he asks, "How did you spend your childhood?" or "What was the most memorable moment in your life?" it could mean that he wants to learn about your experiences and values. Such interest can be a sign that he sees you not just as a woman, but as a person with a wealth of life experience. This allows him to better understand your preferences and interests, as well as establish an emotional connection that can lead to a deeper relationship. 2. Questions about your hobbies. If a man is interested in your hobbies and pastimes, it can also be a sign of his attraction. When he asks questions like, "What do you like to do in your free time?" or "What's your favorite thing to do?" he shows that he wants to know more about you and may even hope to share your hobbies with you. Such interest may indicate that he wants to spend time with you and create memories together. If a man shows an active desire to learn about your hobbies and even offers to do something together, it's a clear sign that he's interested in you not only as a romantic partner, but also as a friend. 3. Questions about family and loved ones. When a man asks questions about your family, friends, or loved ones, it can also be a sign that he is interested. For example, if he asks, "How are your kids?" or "How do you spend time with your friends?" it suggests that he wants to understand your social life and how you interact with others. This interest could mean that he is considering including you in his life and wants to know how you feel about family and relationships. If a man shows a genuine interest in your loved ones and your history, it could be a sign that he sees you as a potential partner for the long term. 4. Questions about your dreams and plans. If a man asks questions about your dreams and future plans, it can be one of the strongest signs of his attraction. Questions like, "What are your dreams for the future?" or "What would you like to be doing in 5 years?" show that he is not only interested in your present, but also wants to know about your ambitions and desires. Such interest indicates that he views you as a potential partner for the long term. If a man wants to know about your plans and is supportive of your aspirations, it shows that he wants to be a part of your life and support you in achieving your goals. 5. Emotional connection through questions. It's important to note that asking questions about your life can help create an emotional connection between you. When a man asks you questions and actively listens to your answers, he shows that he values your opinion and your perspective. This creates an atmosphere of trust and openness, which is an important aspect of any relationship. If you feel comfortable answering his questions and notice that he is genuinely interested in your answers, this can be a good sign that he has feelings for you. Emotional connection is the foundation for developing a romantic relationship, and these conversations can be the start of something more. Questions about your life are a powerful indicator that a man has interest and attraction to you. Being interested in your past, hobbies, family, and dreams shows his desire to get to know you more deeply and make an emotional connection. It's important for older women to pay attention to these signals and not be afraid to open up to new possibilities. If you notice that a man is actively asking you questions and showing genuine interest in your answers, It could be a sign that he wants to take your relationship further. Don't miss the chance to enjoy communication and build intimacy with a man who values you as a person. The fifth sign, spending time together. When it comes to romantic relationships, spending time together can be one of the most significant indicators of a man's interest, especially for older women who may be unsure of how to interpret signs of attraction. It's important to pay attention to how a man tends to spend time with you. Here are a few aspects that will help you realize that he is sexually attracted to you and seriously interested. 1. Initiative in scheduling meetings. If a man actively initiates meetings and offers to spend time together, this can be one of the clearest signs of his attraction. For example, he may suggest that you have dinner at a restaurant, go to an exhibition, or just take a walk in the park. If he takes the initiative and tries to make your meetings regular, it shows that he wants to be close to you. Pay attention to details. If he chooses places that match your interests and preferences, it shows that he cares about you. When a man really wants to spend time with you, he will try to make every encounter special. It could also mean that he wants to create an atmosphere of comfort and trust, which is an important step in developing a relationship. 2. Quality of time. It's not just the amount of time spent together that matters, but also the quality of it. If a man pays attention to you during your meetings, listening to you, asking questions, and participating in the conversation, it shows that he is interested. For example, if he listens intently to your life stories and shares his thoughts, it creates a deeper connection between you. Also pay attention to how he responds to your emotions and feelings. If he cares about your comfort and tries his best to make you feel good, this could be a sign of his attraction. A man who truly wants you will strive to create an atmosphere of support and understanding. 3. Physical touch. Physical touch is another important aspect that can indicate sexual attraction. If a man is looking for opportunities for physical contact, such as hugging you when you meet or casually touching your arm during a conversation, this can be a signal of his interest. Such gestures may indicate that he wants to be closer to you and has romantic feelings for you. Pay attention to how often he looks for opportunities to touch you. If it happens naturally and without coercion, it could be a sign that he feels comfortable around you and wants to grow your relationship. Physical intimacy is often an important step in a romantic relationship and can indicate deep attraction. 4. Shared hobbies and pastimes. If a man suggests that you pursue hobbies or pastimes together, this can also be a sign that he is interested. For example, if he suggests that you play sports, cook, or take a hobby class together, it shows that he wants to spend time with you and share his hobbies. Doing activities together can help strengthen your bond and create shared memories. It also gives you a chance to get to know each other better and realize how compatible you are. When a man wants to share his hobbies with you or try new things together, it can be a sign that he sees you as a partner, not only romantically, but also in life. 5. Openness to the future. If a man discusses future plans with you and includes you in his dreams and goals, this can be one of the strongest signs that he is interested. For example, if he talks about how he would like to spend a vacation together or discusses the possibility of participating in activities together, it shows that he views you as an important part of his life. This interest in the future shows that he not only wants to enjoy the moments of the present, but also wants to build a long-term relationship with you. This can be especially significant for older women who are looking for stability and serious intentions in a relationship. Spending time together is one of the key aspects of understanding that a man is interested and attracted to you. Taking initiative in scheduling meetings, quality time, physical touch, shared hobbies, and openness to the future are all factors that can help you understand his intentions. For older women, it's important to trust your feelings and intuition. If you notice signs of interest from a man and feel a mutual attraction, do not be afraid to open up to new opportunities and develop the relationship further. Remember, true feelings are manifested through action and attention to detail. 6th sign, body language. Body language is a powerful tool that can tell you a lot about a person's feelings and intentions, especially in romantic relationships where words may not be enough to convey true emotions. For older women seeking to understand if a man is sexually attracted to them, observing his body language can be a key element in interpreting his intentions. Consider a few signs that may indicate his interest. 1. Body direction. One of the first aspects of body language is the direction in which a man turns his body. If he is leaning towards you with his shoulders and legs pointing in your direction, this can indicate that he is interested. The direction of his body suggests that he wants to be closer and is ready to give you his attention. If, however, he is leaning away or turning to the side, it may indicate that he is not interested or feels uncomfortable. 2. Eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most important aspects of nonverbal communication. If a man makes frequent eye contact with you, especially with a smile, it could be a sign of his attraction. Deep and prolonged eye contact can indicate that he is interested and wants to establish a deeper connection. However, if he avoids your gaze or is often distracted, it may indicate insecurity or lack of interest. 3. Smile and facial expression. Smiling is a universal sign of friendliness and interest. If a man smiles genuinely at you, his eyes light up with joy, and his facial expression becomes more relaxed. It shows that he feels comfortable around you. Pay attention to how he reacts to your jokes or conversations. If he laughs and shows positive emotions, it can also be a sign of his attraction. 4. Physical touch. Physical touch is one of the clearest signs of sexual attraction. If a man is looking for opportunities to touch you, such as hugging you, touching your arm or shoulder while talking, this can indicate his interest. Such gestures create a sense of intimacy and may be a sign that he wants to develop the relationship on a more intimate level. It is important to note that touching should be natural and not intrusive. If a man does it with care and respect, it may indicate that he is serious. However, if the touching seems inappropriate or too aggressive, it is worth paying attention to your feelings and boundaries. 5. Open poses. Open postures can also speak of a man's interest. If he sits with his arms and legs open, it indicates that he is open to communication and ready to share his thoughts and feelings. In contrast, crossed arms or legs may indicate a closed and defensive response. An open posture creates an atmosphere of trust and shows that he is interested in you. 6. Movement imitation. Mimicking movements is another interesting aspect of body language. If a man starts copying your gestures or postures, it can be a sign that he feels attracted to you. This is called mirror neuron activity and often happens unconsciously. For example, if you lean forward during a conversation and he does the same, this may indicate that he wants to get closer to you. Body language is an important tool for understanding a man's intentions in a romantic relationship. Body direction, eye contact, smiling, physical touch, open postures, and imitation of movements are all signs that can help older women recognize sexual attraction and serious intentions on the part of a man. It is important to remember that every man is unique, and body language can vary depending on individual differences and cultural contexts. Therefore, it is worth considering the overall pattern of a man's behavior and your own feelings. If you notice several of the above signs at the same time, it can be a good sign that he is really interested in you. Don't forget to trust your intuition and feelings. Sometimes, they are the ones that tell us the right path in a relationship. 7th reason, sincere interest in your opinion. When it comes to romantic relationships, sincere interest in your opinion can be one of the clearest signs that a man is sexually attracted to you. This show of attention and respect for your opinion can come in many forms, and understanding these nuances can help older women recognize a man's true intentions. 1. Active listening. If a man is truly interested in you, he will actively listen when you speak. This means that he is not just waiting for his turn to make a point, but is truly engaged in the conversation. He may ask clarifying questions, show interest in the details of your stories, and keep the dialogue going. For example, if you're sharing your thoughts about a book or movie, he might ask you what you liked about it or what parts of it evoked strong emotions. This shows that he values your opinion and wants to get to know you better. 2. Discussing your interests. A man who is attracted to you will show interest not only in your opinions, but also in your hobbies and interests. He may ask about what you like to do in your free time and even suggest joint activities. For example, if you're into painting, he may suggest attending an exhibition or workshop with you. This not only demonstrates his desire to spend time with you, but also shows that he wants to share your interests. 3. Respect for your views. Sincere interest in your opinions also shows respect for your views, even if they differ from his own. If a man values your thoughts and ideas, he will be willing to discuss them openly and without conflict. For example, if you have different opinions on an issue, he will not argue or try to change your mind. Instead, he will listen to your point of view and try to understand your arguments. This shows that he respects you as a person and values your opinion. 4. Supporting your decisions. When a man is genuinely interested in you, he will support your decisions and aspirations. If you share your plans or dreams with him, he will rejoice in your successes and inspire you to achieve. For example, if you decide to take up a new hobby or start learning something new, he may offer help or support. This shows that he is not only interested in you as a person, but also wants to see you happy and successful. 5. Sense of humor and ease of communication. A sincere interest in your opinion is often accompanied by a sense of humor and ease of communication. If a man jokes around with you and creates a relaxed atmosphere while talking to you, it can be a sign of his attraction. He may use humor to lighten the mood or make the conversation more enjoyable. If you notice that he often makes you laugh and feel comfortable around him, it could be a sign that he has feelings for you. 6. Discussing future plans. If a man starts talking about the future and includes you in his plans, it is a clear sign that he is interested. He may be discussing trips together, activities, or even long-term goals. For example, if he talks about how great it would be to visit a new place together or try something new in the future, it shows that he sees you as part of his life. This not only confirms his interest, but also hints at his serious intentions. 7. Emotional support. Finally, genuine interest in your opinion is shown through emotional support. If a man is willing to listen to you in times of need and offers his help or advice, it shows his deep respect and concern for you. He may ask about your worries or share his thoughts on how to handle the situation. This creates a sense of trust and closeness between you. Sincere interest in your opinion is one of the key signs that a man is sexually attracted to you. Actively listening, respecting your views, supporting your decisions, and being easy to talk to are all signs that he values you as a person and wants to develop the relationship on a deeper level. Older women should pay attention to these nuances in a man's behavior. If you notice many of these signs at the same time, it can be a good sign that he is genuinely interested in you and is ready to develop your relationship. Don't forget to trust your feelings and intuition. They can tell you the right path in the world of romance. So, dear viewers, we've covered 7 signs that a man may be sexually attracted to you. Attention to detail, physical contact, compliments, questions about your life, desire to spend time together, body language, and genuine interest in your opinion. Remember that every person is unique, and these signs can manifest themselves in different ways. The key is to trust your feelings and intuition. If you feel a mutual interest, don't be afraid to make a step towards them.